I know it took me some time to get to the place where you want me to be. Oh, now I'm
Oh,
ready.
I forgot it.
I
I was like,
know.
shit.
I was like giving you a cue. Ready to love. I was going to be a singer, y'all, but I got really busy doing other things.
And I didn't do my
What's
vocal warm ups and I forgot the melody or else I would have sang it.
I know. Welcome to the after discussion of Ready to Love on OWN. This
Welcome.
is season 5, episode 6, The Backup Plan, which never sounds good, but they made it good in this episode where the men were
Sure
asked to
did.
consider their number twos. So let's dive into this conversation. I am Jaimi Alexander, and you know I'm rocking with
Gustavo Carr, that would be me. Hello. Good
hey,
to
my
see your
Costa Rican
face.
papi.
Sorry, we're back. As you can see, I've been blessed by the sun in the Central of America. Yeah, we're doing a day before the next episode, but we're getting it in. That's all that matters.
You got that right. And I thought it would be fun. I miss this. I miss you. I miss you guys.
Yes, yes, and yes, and yes, and yes.
Woo!
B! What's going on, baby?
B.
What's going on, baby?
Great to have you. Okay, so I would say overall, what did you think about the episode? But again, I'm kind of feeling like this was a little all over the place. So for me, I'm just going to start at the beginning, if that's cool with you, at the top.
Perfect.
Carmen and Eric, they sit down in a cute little place. The place actually really wasn't that cute. I kind of noticed it. Even when they delivered the food, I was like, meh, but that's okay.
Like a last minute adjustment for production or something because there's
Possibly,
so
right?
much more on it. Yeah, something that has to have been. I love calling out production, so that definitely feels like it was like a production situation.
I have to agree. I wasn't impressed with the ambiance or the way the food was plated or anything like that. But that wasn't the point. This isn't about me and my food preferences. So moving right
Interesting.
along.
I didn't really even, usually I'm one to notice those things like you, but I didn't even notice it. I was too busy observing this new energy that Eric is exuding. It's different. It's a complete shift from what I was used to in the first couple episodes. He seems more comfortable. He's a little more flamboyant, so to speak. A lot more like catty and then like talky. And I was like, oh, that kind of came from nowhere.
Gave you a little whiplash?
Yeah, did you notice that?
I did. He gave me
Felt a little put on.
Southern man raised by women.
Yeah, he was kind of giving me Cornelius in 15 years from last season.
Yeah. For me, it wasn't giving the super masculine energy that I look for. I like me a real, not to, he just, yeah, it was very, like you said, catty, chit chatty, like, yeah, innuendos were corny. Like his voice was higher. He felt more like a homegirl, like your type instead of, you know what I'm saying?
It
Instead of
was
like, ooh,
complete homegirl vibes for
it was
sure.
homegirl vibes. There we go.
Which was definitely interesting to see Carmen into homegirl vibes because, hey.
But is she into him or is she just being competitive? Because she got a little messy in this episode for me.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed in her, but I honestly don't know if I'm supposed to blame her or production because I feel like she's the perfect conduit to be the villain. So as much as they keep placing her around in different scenarios and dealing with different guys, I mean, it's very easy for her just to be that person. And I think she would be like, sure, that sounds fun. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where it stands on that because I still think at the core of it all, I still like Carmen. I think I would kick it with her. But she definitely was, it was a lot. It was a lot extra. It was just kind of mean. It's like you don't have to bring someone else down to boost yourself up. And I don't know Carmen, but I feel like she definitely knows better than that in real life. So feels like production. Could be wrong. We'll find out at the reunion whenever that happens.
Yeah, no, I have to agree. I'm with you on that. It didn't feel put on, but yes, it was kind of like what they probably told Camille to do last episode. They probably gave her a little bit of maybe they gave her a little bit of a role to play, and she was like, "Oh, I'm down with that. Like I can be that girl too, because she's already up. Carmen, first of all, was like, oh my God, your skin, like, girl, flawless. Like, she's such a beautiful woman. I love her energy and I love the way she's able to pick up on things quick. The way I was attracted to Sabrina's energy in the last season 4, and there were things that I was picking up from her, Sabrina, about how she carried herself, how she responded, how she was willing to walk away in certain things. I'm getting little things from Carmen, like, you know what, girl, I got a little sass too, and I might have to sprinkle that in the next date I go on. You know, like there's that openness and that rawness that she has, and it's fun. But then she knows when to pull back. So
I like that she claims and goes whatever she wants, and she kind of plays it like a business deal, like a boss.
She does play it like a business deal,
and it's true. I think a lot of people are really scared, consciously and unconsciously, to go after what they want. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of reality television lately and dating shows, and I finished season 2 of Love is Blind, and then I also started Love is Blind in Brazil.
Oh wow, different country.
Yeah, there's definitely a difference between ages, between like this show and those shows, so it's a different mentality. Absolutely, they're completely different stages and phases in their life when I watch it, so AKA it's a lot messier. That makes sense.
Which what we're
just
used to.
Less healed people, like, you know. Well, I'm bringing that up to being like Carmen is a woman that is a woman, and the other ones are definitely like girls still and dealing with boys still, and they're through each other figuring it all out, which is probably why I was single in my 20s, because I didn't have time for that shit. But other people do. That's how they thrive. That's how they live. Right. And then also going to, like, you know, when I talk about these men on these shows and these American versions being feminine and kind of gay acting, it's such a difference, because you watch like the Brazil one, and they are all so, they're crying to the girls, they love them so much, and then like they run and pick them up, and then like even with each other they hug each other, the guys, like they kiss each other on the neck and the head, and it's, you would think associate that with being gay, right? Homosexual.
Well, I hope not.
But you don't.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it all, is like, so when I say these guys in these episodes are feeling that way, that's just my gaydar kind of peeking and being like, are you? And when I watched that and those Brazilian men, it doesn't peak once. So I'm just basically saying I'm not confusing, and don't get it confused with anything else but the observance, if that makes sense. Yeah. Just want to put that out there really quick, since I was literally 5 minutes ago watching the Brazilian Love is Blind, because I'm obsessed with it. They're all so beautiful on that.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to check it out. And I love that you mentioned that.
We should do that one.
As America, I'm gonna have to look at it and see if I can get into it. I wouldn't mind doing Brazil.
What's you going through?
I'm just giving you nail polish because I was really excited about it.
Such a pretty color.
Pisces season.
It's so aqua-y.
Really like full of myself about it.
Yeah, showed up.
Okay, we got a little greens and blues. Okay, we're giving aqua. But what I loved about what you said, like, you're gonna see this a lot, guys. I'm really proud. I waited for this to come in the mail. It just is what it is.
She waited by the door. She was like,
no, I waited by the door. And you know what's funny? Because we always talk about energy. I was so eager for this nail polish. The one time that Amazon didn't bring it to my door, they brought it to the office right before they closed. So it was stuck in the office. They didn't even go put it in the lockers where you can go retrieve your stuff after hours. And I was like, yeah, because I wanted it so bad. So just whatever. It's fine. I'll wait.
It's such a weird space.
Isn't that funny? I was like, because I wanted it badly. I was like so ready to paint my nails. I'm like, it's coming.
And if you don't want it badly enough, you can't receive or have it, right?
It is.
It's that fine line why everyone can't be an alchemist. Like, it's just not everybody can enter that space, right? All the time, at least, continually create gold out of nothing. But it is fun to have those observances of what you just said. It's like, oh yeah, that was definitely not an alchemy. That was an anti-alchemy moment for me.
I was so eager. I was really excited, but I was eager too. I was like, it's about to come in. I was like, I'm about to paint my nails. Thank you, girl.
Right, B? That color is pretty magical.
I mean, it's been very symbolic about how I'm feeling. So,
moody.
And I painted mine with intention. I've just been feeling the depths and the water.
And like, it's like deep ocean that we haven't discovered.
When you say that, can I just share with you something? Because I didn't talk to you on the phone about it.
Yeah.
That's what I've been feeling. I've always had such a fear of the ocean because...
And you were raised in Hawaii and Japan.
I know. I'm an island baby all the way around.
Yeah.
But the ocean scares me because We don't know what's down there. We're not aware of all the creatures. If the ocean wants to get an attitude, it could suck this whole thing up. We're out. It's so vast. It's so beautiful. There's just so much mystery and control, but passion and all these things. And I was thinking last year, I jumped into the ocean, in the middle of the ocean, not on the shore. We went out, and I jumped in the ocean. It was exhilarating. And I didn't realize it was such a journey of me getting to where I'm at now. And I feel like I'm the ocean. I don't have to be scared anymore of like my colors, my depths, whatever creatures I haven't met yet, my vastness, my beauty. Like, so I've just been feeling very ocean. Like, girl, you can be deep. You can go deep within self.
It's so interesting how you're going into your rising so deeply. It's really
so
cool because your rising's Pisces. Yeah, you're like, I don't want to operate from this airspace. The sky's beautiful. It's blue. It has, sorry, it's my eye. It's great, but it's time for me to dig a little like into the depths of the ocean and play in that space and entertain that aspect of myself. And like you said, see what beautiful creatures come out from it, not just from my emotional complexities and the depths of my soul, but like my surroundings and the meetings that will happen and all that stuff. You're in such a healthy space of allowance, which is counter of how you dealt with your nail polish.
Can you believe it? Isn't it
But that's
so?
great.
I had to
because
laugh.
it's the reminder.
It was so funny.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's the reminder that shows you, like, God, I've come so far. I've come so far, and like, this is that nice little reminder. And it's like, yeah, it's so easy. I can just sit back and, first of all, people, you need to realize, like, when we have these conversations about people coming this far, you gotta give them their flowers, because a lot of people talk the talk, and a lot of people are just unaware in general. So unless you're really on that journey, you can't. It's just like I tell people all the time, I haven't walked one day in that person's shoes. So, but I've entered and walked through similar terrain and waters and skies and complexities in terms of emotions and physicality and all the things similar to you. So it's really easy for me to give you your flowers, to be in that space of grounded truth and authenticity.
And whatever that means in that moment for you in this space, on this journey with your collective experiences thus far. Like, this is where we're all at. This is where we're at.
Yeah.
Ooh, what up, Najee?
What's up?
Oh,
late,
I'm
but
late.
never, but you made it. But you made it.
You're right on time. We're still in the beginning, and then we kind of detoured to get to some personal stuff. You know how we do. So now we're diving into the show.
Speaking of what we were just speaking of, always on time.
Right on time.
Always on time. Well, not to be frou-frou illusionist, but time is but a concept anyways. It's what we make of it. So yes, you were having the intuition to even check the notification, listening to that voice or whatever you want to call it, to come here and be a part of this situation that we love having you a part of and you like enjoy as well. Like, look at that. It's called
so
alignment.
Here for it. Loving
perfect timing.
All of it.
Can't wait. Yeah, so you didn't miss much. We just
no.
We went into our whole conversations because we didn't talk enough last week because I was in Costa Rica. So sorry for that. So yeah, but anyways,
yes.
Oh, it's nice to sit down.
Okay,
Eric
so we were
Carmen,
talking. Yeah, Eric
I don't know.
Carmen.
It felt a little superficial. It just kind of felt all about
too many innuendos, and
it just felt put on. The whole thing
put on, very put on.
Yeah,
and I did not like. Go ahead.
It's probably why they never connected in real life, because it doesn't feel like there's some substance there. Sorry.
No, not at all.
You know how they
so
knew each
why
other
are they holding on to that?
So production,
like, let it go. Oh God, let it go. Please let it go.
No, we need that.
Let it go.
Look, me and my one of my other best friends, who I was just at our bachelorette thing in Costa Rica, we talked about this, and she was like, "We're watching Love Is Blind," which I'm catching up with AJ on that, and it was like, she's like, can't we dig into their stories more deeply so we understand them? And I was like, no,
because
nobody wants to watch that. We do. But the masses don't.
But are the masses ready? Are a little bit more than we think ready for mass media to make that shift and going just a little bit deeper than like, bitch, oh my God.
Well, I love to agree with you, but these people are real people. And this is the example of it. So I don't think so. If that makes sense.
Damn.
And there's
What do you
no,
guys think in the chat? Do you think that we are ready for mass media to dive in a little bit deeper than the surface drama, surface cattiness, and surface like narratives that we're used to hearing? Y'all in the chat, since there's quite a few of you, do you think that we're ready to make a shift in reality TV? Dive a little deeper into emotions, trauma, depth, and territory that is beyond the norm.
well, they
What do you
do.
think?
They do a little bit in that sense, go through that. But and I think it's a positive too, because you see that they're both still too traumatized to deal with it in some of these relationships. And it's beautiful because some of them say, I see you, I'm still going to stay here. So, I mean, it's a little bit of all of it, but I hear what you're saying as well, like a healthier viewing for us to enjoy as opposed to the toxicity, the emotional trauma that attracts you to somebody, like all that gucky, icky shit. Um,
Yeah.
because look, it's perspective. You can look at it as being like, I'm so sick of seeing this, or you can think, oh, this is such a enlightening thing for someone else to watch and recognize this in their own lens in a different viewpoint. So it's
Yes,
boring,
Najee
give us
says yes.
depth, but people don't really like it. They love the violence and the catty drama. Yeah.
One day. Well, that's why we can do things like this.
Well,
We can
people
have an
listen to
after
Kim
discussion.
You're listening to Kim Kardashian talking about work hard, like that's going around everywhere. When has she ever worked hard? Like really worked hard. People have been
She
doing the
does
work
not
for
have,
her. She shows up. That's not hard work. Oh, you have to wake up early. Oh, you have a long day. That's not hard work. So, point is if that isn't the example of what a lot of the consciousness still desires as entertainment and to focus on, I don't know what is. And that's cool. That's cool. There's space for all of it. But yes, as
absolutely.
we are talking about, there's definitely the need for us to have more real conversations.
Just a little bit
And
more.
the best part of it is we don't need it to be on Netflix.
No, it
Like,
doesn't need to be.
I
That's the
don't need
beauty of
to
this and Netflix and
I don't need to
YouTube.
worry about anybody's laws and what they're saying we can and can't do and how you can and can't be part of my projects anymore. We can do it how we want to do it. So
Absolutely.
um let's do it.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna talk about what I didn't like about Carmen and Eric's date.
Go off. Go off.
I did not like, and this would make me very uncomfortable as a woman and as an opposite dater of somebody going out with anybody and being their counterpart. He said to her, I brought up some situations. It brought up some situations when he went out with Dakia. He was discussing his date with Dakia with Carmen. First, no, number one. And that should have been a red flag for Carmen too, to be honest.
How old are you? Keep going.
What are we doing? Like, why are you? It brought up some interesting situations. She leaned in, and it's not that I'm not feeling her. I am, but you gonna talk about my intimacies? You gonna talk about how I leaned in to kiss you? You're gonna talk about my flavor and my style and what I felt like doing with you in a very vulnerable and intimate moment. You're gonna discuss that with another woman who definitely feels like she's in competition with me on a show. I don't want to talk to you either. I don't know what Dakia is upset about. We will find out next episode. But that is not a man I can get with. That's nobody else's business, sir.
Weird. He showed his ass. He showed what he like.
That upset me.
Dakia does not deserve somebody of that likeness. Like he is just way beneath anything Dakia deserves in life. It's very clear and apparent. Very clear.
I'm glad it only took 3 episodes to let's bring that to the surface. Because on the first date and in that kitchen at the beach house, I really thought it was good. And I thought he was, now Carmen was second choice. She could talk all the whatever, but the whole thing was about picking your number 2. So you were still number 2 to him, which is also fine. But I was feeling him more for Dakia when he was actually
putting
like
on
Clifton does Joy.
when he was putting
and it was
on.
fake. Yeah.
And I think, it's a fine line right here. So hear me for a second.
Okay.
But like it shows that he hasn't had a long relationship. It shows
Come
that he
on. I'm
doesn't really know how to
mm.
entertain an intimate relationship with somebody
Can I just
without
say I saw
being
so
a
much of that?
catty little
Mm.
girl. I'm sorry, but he was a catty little girl, and I shouldn't give it a sex, but just catty and insecure. How about that?
Yeah.
Catty and insecure. Um, and it's hard because a lot of people will be like, if you know me, you're like, yeah, but you don't date that much, and you different, different.
Different. I
Yes,
thought the
he and
same
I were
thing,
both
Gus.
married to our careers, but different. So, yeah.
I had the same thing today because I'm gonna tell you what. Throughout this
Tell
whole
me,
show, throughout
go
this whole
off.
show, I was like, oh, okay. I can see where the things are coming up, why you haven't dated so much, or why you've never been in a long-term relationship, or why
People
you never.
love that question. People really think they can base something off of that one question. Like,
And
and
it's
it's
not
always the
always the same.
same single-minded idealism that comes from it, especially from like parents and sisters and brothers and friends on these shows. It's like my answers would they would literally be like,
Go home and think about
uh,
themselves.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I thought the same thing. Like, okay, I haven't dated in a long time, and well, I've dated, I've seen guys, I've situationshipped, I've talking staged, whatever all of that is. But when they, the next episode, how they're like, oh, bringing your ex on, I'm like, they would be really upset with me because I don't have anybody to bring. We're not going to do. That was too long ago. Like, let's be real. This is not an ex who can speak about this, Jaimi. So,
No.
who would I bring? Like, I'm
I'd have
sorry,
no
I don't
one.
have that. I don't have anybody.
Nope.
Yeah. So I noticed
Sorry,
that
I'm not
there.
sorry.
Sorry, not
But
sorry.
you know what? I guess for these shows, it's probably a bit of the criteria, you know,
Well,
because they do ask you those questions. They do
yeah,
ask
they
you,
do. They do.
yeah, and they need that, right?
Yeah, I get it, and then that's where it's like, okay, will production have me falsify something or what will we have to do? But to be honest, it'd be smart to make it part of the show because it's just honest. This is where I'm at. This is
Well,
where you're at. This is what it is.
I'm an actor. You could bring somebody on. We can have make a
We could
whole
do a whole
situation out of it.
yeah, yeah.
Be fun.
This other show won't do.
Make it very realistic.
Right. Yeah, so that was that day. And then even with Carmen, yeah, the whole you're just an appetizer on the main course, unnecessary because Dakia is far from an appetizer, babe. Like y'all
Girl,
could both it's two different restaurants, two different dinners. Dakia is far from an
Takia
appetizer.
is a 24-course meal
On a golf course.
in
The
the
rooftop.
Maldives, where the golf course is over the most crystal clear, beautiful ocean water there is in the whole world. She's incredible. So that was a little.
Well, it didn't work for me. It didn't land.
Someone, not to talk shit on Carmen because we like her, but I just see a comment on one of these things that cracked me the fuck up. It was like, she over here acting like a busted Nene Leaks.
Not a busted one. Why she gotta be a bust? She is giving a little Nene. Look. A little Nene. Najee, I told y'all Carmen is messy, but no, you wanted to take her side.
You
now,
did
listen,
miss it. You did miss the beginning of our conversation. Yes. That's what we talked about, actually. Yeah.
She
basically
was
to catch you up. She was being very messy.
Yeah, we didn't like that, but we like her.
But we like her, and we also, at least I think, that it's production. Production is having her be extra messy, because they need that, and she seems like she'd be game for that. Not saying that's not who her character might be a little bit, but that's just like Nene. Everyone loves Nene. I personally,
I do. I love.
Don't
Nene.
love Neely. I don't dislike her, but I wouldn't be able to fucks with her like I could fucks with Carmen. If that makes sense.
I feel like I could fool with both. I like Nene. I don't know. I feel like we'd be cool.
I would be able to hang out with Nene because she seems triggered by a lot of things, and I wouldn't be providing the safe space for her all the time.
It's a lot of work.
I wouldn't. I did that for many years of my life, and I am in that space now where I don't provide anybody safe space.
Yeah,
I'm very aware. It's not narcissistic.
No,
it's just very like I don't have time
I don't want to do that. Yeah,
because that safe space you need is actually embedded and ingrained in like deep rooted issues, and it's not my job to fix you or be your therapist or help you understand. That's your job. So I don't did do that like I used to in my life. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
No, and that's good because it helps you identify who you can fuck with and who you can't. It's really simple.
And I keep the circle small for a very particular reason, because
Yeah. Yes.
energy is sacred.
Correct. Oh, and I'm with you on that.
All right,
All
let's move
right.
on past
Let's
this
move
next
on
one.
past them. Demetrius. Um, okay. God, he's in this is how long is this show going to be? Because Demetrius is really giving a moment. So before we get into that, Najee said, I don't love Nene. I would fight her because she has a victim complex and is very belligerent. I'm not going to argue with you, Najee.
Bullseye.
Not going to argue.
Which I was just going to say.
Tis what it is.
Tina had that shit right about Demetrius when
Come
she said
on.
his eyes are player eyes. Bullseye. Like,
let's talk about how Tina got in Demetrius's
she came in hard.
Okay.
She came in hard and he couldn't handle it.
He couldn't handle it. Why not, bruh?
He's in therapy.
You talk about being so intentional. And so I don't want to flirt and kiki. When I saw you, I got player vibes. We were at the beach house. You didn't talk to me. So what kind of guy are you? I like intention.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
And I didn't. Judging me and didn't. No, Demetrius.
He gives a. I'm sorry, Demetrius. You give me play her vibes. It was. Look, I think when we've had this conversation before on this platform, I think, but like when enough people are telling you something from different aspects and points in your life, start to listen, start to think, and I'm sure that's why he's in therapy. But
Demetrius is a red flag for me. He's giving me red flags. I can't do it.
The flag that has like 3 red flags on it, like
right.
You put your toes in the ocean, and that riptide is going to throw you in, turn you around, and spit you out dead. Yes. That was not that deep, but yes, you know what I mean.
But that deep though, because we need to stop downplaying that type of energy when we see it. And Tina knows. Because that's what I'm gonna tell you now. Like
Tina knows. One tonight,
yeah, because she done dealt with a dude that put her through the ringer.
100%.
And when you see those ringer vibes,
yep.
No, I could flirt with you and do all this later. Like I don't know what I'm seeing. Yeah. What is this really? We could talk, I mean, and see, but nobody has time to be chewed up and spit out because that's what guys like Demetrius do. It's really simple.
100%.
I'm not sold. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. We were 6 episodes in. First 1, 2, 3, I was like, oh, Demetrius, let me see. Oh, okay, therapy, accountability, growth. Oh, you looked in the mirror. Now as I'm watching this, like you said, when you keep being told the same thing, Joy got in his tail? Precious didn't like what he had to say. Tina is asking questions. Tori don't like it. Laverne is beefing with him. What's going on, Demetrius? That's 5 people who done had some. And I just, something, we'll see. I'm done. I don't like it. He might be a nice guy, great to hang with, but the dating, I would run from him because he does not feel like a safe space to me.
Nope.
Okay.
And just personally, energetically, I wouldn't vibe with that type of energy.
No, there's he's putting, this is what I'm saying.
It's sneaky.
We don't gel. It's sneaky.
That's it's weird. It's off-putting. There's no warmth. Like it's just very cold and like calculated, like calculated with like I'm trying not to like use the wrong references right now because there's such a sensitive world, but like it's just bad. I'm not into it for me.
I'm not into it at all. Najee says, I don't know why some male ego viewers stick up for Demetrius and said Tiffany was wrong in attacking him. If getting to the root
because they're trying to validate the fact that they're toxic. They spun it so many times in their mind that like, I've heard this, it's wrong. Let me back up somebody else instead of actually.
No, because they want women to be pushovers and just take it and be receivers and not everybody wants to take the BS. She said, who are you? I got player vibes, but I don't know. I could be wrong. There is nothing wrong with that. No. I'm being honest with you now.
And I'm giving you the chance to be honest with me.
And why is that a
Not
problem?
defensive. He got defensive, and that's how I knew something was up. I was
Yeah,
like,
because guys
oh.
don't like when women have something to say. Some guys do not like that. And it's very ridiculous.
Look, I was just on a girls' trip, okay, with 7 girls and me,
Oh my
okay.
God, you did that.
I did not like a lot of the things that they said, and I handled myself accordingly.
Right.
Very simple. And so,
There's nothing wrong. Yeah, this is not just, he has proven to be conceited.
you see,
Him,
the conceit is a
AP,
good word.
and Precious. Who's AP is?
Is that
Wait.
post office?
Oh, PO. Him, AP, and Precious. Oh, yeah, chronic cheaters never really change. It's really hard. Oh,
Well, it's kind of like,
it's
all right.
really hard to change. That's some
Well, it's kind of like an
mm.
alcoholic or something. It's an addictive.
It
It's
is
an addictive
addictive.
thing. It's the thing that feeds the negative part of you that doesn't need nurturing, and it starts to become, the thing that validates you. And it's looking and seeking validation just in the wrong form, in the wrong places.
Thank you for reminding me because I'm off my game. I'm like, AP, who's AP? That sounds familiar. You're right. Thank you because I completely forgot.
Oh, from the beginning?
Yes.
Yes, AP.
The old lady. Dang, why she gotta be an old lady?
Oh, damn. Damn.
She's only 42.
Damn, he just called me fucking old. Damn.
Oh my God, that's so fun. Yeah, Demetrius, I'm upset. And then with his whoever likes me likes me. I can't. I cannot. Because she's speaking specifically like, oh, you kissing and nibbling on ears. I just want to see, well, whoever likes me likes me. I can't.
Look, I'm
Shut
gonna stick
up.
up for him in a little space of this because I'm the same thing. Whoever likes me likes
In
me.
context, it didn't work.
But in context, it didn't work.
It didn't work because I see what he's saying, and I'm so proud of myself because
Like,
it's taken me a long time to
for you to see it.
for me to
Absolutely. This
see.
was huge for you. Yeah. Usually I'm the one
I can smell
screaming
it.
this all to you.
Yeah,
And you're
and
like,
I'm like, oh, well, maybe he just no. The emoji.
100%. If they had a triple arms up in front of you emoji. And here's an interesting thing, too, because the girls tried coming at Laverne with all this stuff. And he handled that shit so much better. And people didn't like the way he handled it. And I'm still down with the way Laverne handled himself in that.
We're gonna talk about Laverne because I'm not mad at him. But before we get into that, because I agree with you. Because I really want to get into Laverne, and that's why I skipped so quickly, because I want us to talk about Laverne. But you're right. He did handle it way better than Demetrius. Demetrius doesn't know he's showing his colors.
He'll know after he watches the show. Because I do think Demetrius has that. Damn, what Spirit was like, I don't think he does. I don't know. We'll find out on the reunion. He's going to either say he's going to blame the editing, or he's going to be like, I've grown from it. To be determined. Yeah. I have only two options. It is kind of black and white in the situation, right?
Yeah, he did say he talks to Sabrina on a regular basis. I don't know about that. He just his vibe I just can't do, and I really wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt.
It's so interesting to me that Sabrina is into him.
Is it though?
No, because she's 5 months out of a situation. So much is interesting, but it's not, Everyone moves at their own pace. But
I think she's because this is a vibe I got for her when she was sitting with Donovan, and it was really cute, but she's just really, I think, excited to be dating. And I don't know if her filter is as filtery right now or yet. I think she's just like, oh, I'm attracted to this. Let's see. And oh, I'm attracted to him. And let's see. And oh, we're here to date. Well, I just kind of feel like
she's doing what's asked of her. She's accomplishing what she's supposed to do on the show. Absolutely.
For the most part, yeah.
But it starts to show, though, eventually, that it's been 5 months since she's been out of a relationship, and everybody else here may be a little more prepared for something now, and she might still need some time.
And that's exactly what I'm getting at, because when you look at Joy speak.
Yeah, but Joy is just like fucking Takia. She's like Mother Earth.
I know. I want to be friends with her.
Yeah, like Joy.
Joy is everything.
And I feel like we are like joy in some sense. And sure, it's called narcissistic, but it's just like it's because we finally love ourselves. So,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, and you can see
Fully.
Joy loves herself and she
Yeah.
still moves with grace and loving herself.
And
She doesn't
fun and
take anyone
friendship and
down by loving herself. She still
yes.
has love for others in the process. Like she's someone that has done the work, continues to do the work, deserves the world.
Okay. This is a whole round of applause for Joy.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get to that in the end, but I was
We
like,
I love her. I
I
don't
was
even
like the whole time watching it.
I just love her.
Ooh. Look at
Go
that
off. Go ahead.
one.
Okay. Najee, I don't trust Sabrina. Is she doing what the show is for? Or are there hidden motives
I can
behind her
see that.
actions? I'm kind of with you, Najee. I'm
Yeah, I
not
can see
mad at
that.
but she's a little, it's kind of like going to a buffet and it's a buffet. You paid 20 bucks. You want to eat as much as you can while you're there because why not fill up? I only paid 20 bucks.
Is this for breakfast, brunch, lunch, or dinner buffet? I need to be able
This
to
is
visualize.
this is brunch. Like so, we got charcuterie, we have waffles, we have
And we have
bacon,
omelets,
we have omelets,
custom made omelets. Okay.
yes, but there might be some chicken fingers,
And then there's going to be
and some
like
French fries, and like
pasta.
and a
Right.
pasta situation.
Okay. And then
So
dessert. Okay.
right, and then
Right.
mimosas and whatever. So
Right.
I feel
Bottomless
like
mimosas. But yeah.
yeah. So it's like she's smorgasbording the plate. So if I'm gonna eat at something like that, I'll probably just more stick to breakfast or stick to lunch or just have a small bite of lunch or a small bite. And that's just me.
Yeah.
I think she's pigging out on all of it and is gonna go home with a tummy ache.
I feel very attacked.
I'm sorry, fatty. Yeah, maybe I'm a little particular. But maybe that's just me. I just feel like she's eating a lot out of,
I just feel really judged for going back to get a second waffle.
Get your second waffle. You
and
should.
a second omelet. And then thinking, well,
are you getting
should
pasta
have some
too?
chicken fingers and pasta.
Oh, well, God. I mean,
and
bite,
then being
or
like,
are you doing a
oh,
full
wait, I'm going to actually get a Bloody Mary too. Okay. Oh, wait, and some bacon.
Okay.
Oh, they have Indian food? Yeah. I'm going to get some Indian food too. It's a buffet. I'm supposed to eat. That's the whole point. I paid for it. I want to
now let me ask you this.
Will
are
I
you going to go home feeling...
Will I finish all of it?
Okay.
Probably not, because there's sushi too. I'm going to taste that sushi.
I like sushi.
I'm going to try the sushi. Will I finish all of it? I don't know. But I think in my defense, I'm going to know at the end of all that buffet what I really do like and what I'm going to want to go back for seconds or thirds for. And scene.
And scene. Go ahead and read this one.
B says, I lost all respect for Sabrina, especially after what she did to Tori. Yeah. I have to agree with you because it's been...
You were turned off by that.
Yeah, very much so. And it's been hard to... it's not fair by any means. But it's been hard to look at it the same.
Yeah.
And now I feel like because of her actions, I have a different glasses on while I'm watching her. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of... And is that fair? Is that fair? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a flip-flop situation because out the gate, I liked her. I was proud of her. I was really hoping to see, and I'm not even, evidence of what she feels is her own growth and things like that. I'm excited for that for her. But yeah, I don't like the Tori situation. That would be really hard. It just wasn't mindful, even if it was true. And then the way she tried to clean it up was still kind of like, but then that tells me, okay, well, you and Demetrius, there's just something like, just the way you're willing to quote unquote play this game.
5 months out of a 10-year relationship. It sounds like to me. And here's the thing.
Yeah, I'm just...
fellas on the show. The fact that you are even like, we love Tori. We love him. But the fact that you are even so deeply involved with somebody who is so recently out of a 10-year relationship makes me concerned about the choices that you are making as well.
But she's on the show. So it's like, aren't we on the show to make a choice? But that's the difference. That's what I'm saying between her and Joy. the way she's moving. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I cannot put my finger on it. I think she's a beautiful woman. I absolutely think she deserves love and all these great things, but I don't know if I could trust her either. And
No, I wouldn't.
I
And
can't trust
not at
her.
this space, not in this space in her life. And everybody moves at their own time. And maybe she
Correct.
was checked out of her marriage years before they actually got out of it.
Most
But I'm not
likely.
feeling that and seeing that though. That's not being reflected in what I'm witnessing in her
Yeah,
establishing and diving into relationships with in different
she wants to date.
parts of the buffet. Yeah, and that's great. That's why she's on the show. Perfect. But ready to love?
That's
That's different.
yeah, that is way different. That's not enough
Yeah.
time for me. And it's
She
not
should
even
be
just
on one of
time for
those shows
time's
where it's
sake.
like all the hot people ready to date. Like
Yeah,
she's so pretty.
bachelorette and dating.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like she'd
yeah.
be a
Date
great
galore.
bachelorette. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Cause even with her comment, which I'm not all the way mad at, but it was just like, after her going out with Donovan, just like, yeah, after a few more drinks, I definitely would have smashed. Da, 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 da. She
Oh,
didn't
I
say it
love
like
that.
that, and it's true. But girl, you just want to date, like, and that's fine, but that's not ready to love. You want to date around. You've been in one place for a long time, and I'm not mad at it, but
I
think
feel,
about, yeah,
I thought that was their interaction was actually the best
I
interaction she's had this whole
really,
time.
absolutely, that was
So
the best
like
interaction she has all this whole
Donovan and
time.
his speed dating, like his whole speed
Donovan and
dating,
everybody. I wrote Donovan and everybody.
everyone and Donovan. Um, yeah, like it was like they just had a lot of commonalities, but I feel like Donovan just is really likable and seems to
He's
just be
super
like
likable.
has a lot to like in common with a lot of people. You know what I mean? So there's that too. But yeah, I thought that's probably the best interaction that I've seen for her. I felt like
Most
maybe just
authentic.
yeah, like someone she should date.
Yeah. No, I have to completely agree. Najee said, these people need communication. Yes, you're on a dating show, but don't let someone misinterpret y'all relationship. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep.
It's a fine line and a balance that, out of practice, maybe it is a little hard to grasp. I don't know. It's something though.
And
But
then Donovan and Takia, that was like entertaining, but there was like nothing there. It was like,
yeah, it was very mid.
eh.
Like, yeah.
And then Carmen was just filling the whole space of sexual innuendos and talk again with somebody and playful. And of course, they have sexual chemistry.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right.
Nah, duh.
Right.
Najee says Donovan came into in late, so he's working overtime. That's a good, yeah, 100%.
He got to get up in there. He's like,
he's in golden
you.
overtime right now. Like they are pushing him to the limit.
Right.
And it's interesting because I feel like in the last season they didn't really push the other guys as much to make sure that they
Sean and
like it feels like they're giving him a little bit more. I think just because he's more charismatic and easy, like I think he's good TV is what I'm saying.
Yeah, good TV. The tags, this, that. But I feel like they gave him Sabrina, Tasia, and I feel like there was one more. I don't know.
But I feel like he has actual like connections, potential vibes as opposed to
actual. Oh, and then
yeah.
What was I gonna say? Portia. Doggone it. What's her name? The one that's still with the man, Dante? Pinky Glam. Pinky Dolly Glam, the girl.
Oh my god, I'm
why am I having such a hard, but you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Aisha.
Yeah. Aisha. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You are the girl. Okay. So yeah, so I feel like they tried to push Sean, but it just didn't land. Donovan, like you said, he's extremely likable. He's easy on the eyes. I mean, Dakia thought he was fine as hell. And she was like, I could look at him all day, but can I talk to him all day? Could I be around him all day? And that is the better question. Because boy, I have been sucked in by some fine men. Like, he's fine. I just want to look at him all day with his fine self. I'm a sucker for a fine man.
Girl,
but you know what? I need more now. But damn, ooh, a fine man.
Going back to Love is Blind Brazil, though, everyone is so fine. It's not fair. It's like, this isn't really Love is Blind because everyone in here looks good. So yeah, sure, you're gonna connect on a not knowing the physicalities, but you can see everyone saw each other and they're all like, they were all fine. Not fair, but perfect. And I'm moving to Brazil.
So, I am acquainted with somebody who lives in Brazil and he's loving it.
Oof.
He even learned Portuguese fluently. I'm like, wow, go
I'm just
on.
convinced that I'm not supposed to live in America. I just don't think it's for me.
I don't think it's for
Truly.
me either. And in my Pisces rising studies, it says it'll be successful in foreign lands.
It's a water sign thing right now because my Cancer rising also, and it's also on my North Node, says like moving far, like to something different, a new energy, foreign lands, I think too, or something like that.
Foreign lands.
I'm like,
So,
I need to go to Brazil. I need some man being like, I love you so much.
I love you too.
Running and picking me up.
Oh my God.
Oh, they were so fine.
Oh,
All right,
I love
think
finance men.
oh, me too. Are we
Okay.
over the whole Donovan speed dating thing? I don't really have anything to
Yeah,
say
we're
about
done.
that.
I don't have anything.
Right, perfect.
It was cute. We already said Donovan, Sabrina, we're done. Clifton and Takia.
Grown and sexy.
Grown and sexy. I was surprised to hear him say, well, again, it might have been a little contrived, but he was concerned about her 9 to 5 attitude because I thought the first date that they had was really fun and playful. She was still really quick with the quips and sexual innuendos that were tasteful and cute and fun. So I just didn't know where he was finding her and wondering if she was like anything outside of that. I thought she gave that the first time they went out, but that's just me. Maybe he wasn't getting it.
Yeah, I hear you. I think more so it's more that she's just really gathered, put together, and just like 9 to 5, as opposed to Joy, who's just like,
Yeah, she's really like,
yeah, and what a lucky guy, because like he has such great number 1 and 2 or whatever those are in his book. I thought it was grown and sexy. I really enjoyed it. I mean, maybe it's because I'm an old man, Najee, okay?
Grandpa
but like
Gus.
Grandpa Gus.
The old lady. Dang, we can't win.
Damn, that's fucked up. I just appreciate grown and sexy behavior.
Oyster eating. A little bit of, it's nice that she brings
sensual,
in her...
it's intimate, it's thoughtful, it's intentful, it's just all the shit that you like when you're older. And if you're younger, you're into that too. I was, which is confounded at that age in Los Angeles. Shocker. But you know what I mean? So it's fun to watch them because it's like, it gets me excited to get back. I am out there, but like, I want more. I want better. I want like way better than that shit. They need to make me the gay bachelor. Plain and simple. They need a gay bachelor, and I need to be him.
Perfect for you. Novad.
What's up, Novad?
Welcome to the chat. Hope I'm getting that correct. So Novad said, who's all bringing their ex on? Did they say? To be honest, I would think it's going to be everybody. They didn't say, but
no,
I think it's everybody.
They showed
Joy,
Ace.
Did they show Tori? No. Yeah, those are the only two I remember from the previews, but I'm going to assume it's everybody. I'm kind of curious too, because as we were talking about earlier in the conversation, I don't know if I'd have an ex to bring on. So what does this all look? I don't have an ex to bring on. Yeah. That makes any sense. So I'm wondering how they maneuver this segment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How are they going to do this? I'm curious.
Why they wouldn't cast us on a show like this. But
yeah, they would.
Not having an ex, so that would be such a...
right, Tommy.
I'm gonna agree on that, but also keep my lips sealed is what I'm really thinking, and I'll tell you when we get off the phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So you're right.
So that's it. Yeah, we don't really know who else. I mean, last season we know that we saw them all, right?
We did see them all. I feel like.
I think.
Because then you figure we got to see both sides of everybody. Yeah, they did that.
Yeah, but we can count on this shows particularly, especially.
No, but some people had friends. Tasia and some people brought friends, right? They didn't do it.
But that was a different episode, I think. That wasn't the ex's episode. That was family meeting family, close friends and family.
Who was Tasia's ex? I don't remember seeing an ex-boyfriend.
You're right. Maybe they don't. Yeah, they probably maybe.
I think they mixed and matched different types of things. Sabrina's ex
They're only going to give us good TV.
They did a friend. They did,
I was triggered by the whole situation though. Like, I feel like Clifton being like, "So I'm a jealous person." I feel like that was a snippet put into something. I don't think that's real. That's just my instinct. And then the Yeah, the Laverne being like, "Who we talking about? We're talking about you." Well, I got a lot to talk about me. I was like, "Oh, what's going on there?
Mm.
What's going on there, people?
Mm-hmm.
What are we really talking about?"
Ooh,
All
tricky. Yeah. Okay.
right.
So Navad said Joy had two guys sitting there. I didn't catch that, but I'm really interested in seeing that. And then Najee, nah, Walter brought a friend. Yeah, because that could not have been an ex last
That's
season.
what it was. Yeah. Well, could have.
Well, we're done
Um,
with Walter. I cannot and I will not. He needs to go hang out with Demetrius and pick up hoes.
damn.
So let's move on to PO and Joy. Platonic. It was so like, I mean, Joy is just, she's a straight shooter. I love that. She's not going to fake the funk. And I'm okay with that. Sometimes in these shows, and we've seen it this season and last season, that people are willing to be a little fake to remain along the journey
Well,
longer.
yeah, and their production's pushing them to be that way too. So
Right, which I get. And there's got to be a fine line because at the end of the day, this is called Ready to Love, not speed dating and homie,
no,
lover, friend, galore central. Like it
but
has to.
I guarantee producers really don't like Joy that much because she's like the antithesis of all of it. You know, she's like, I found what I want. I'm ready to get off this shit.
I'm tired. I'm
And
gonna
then like
weed
you
y'all
can't do
out.
that. You can't do that. So then she has interactions with other people, and it's
And
just
she's
like
like,
it's still real. She's like,
platonic.
and what?
Yeah, yeah.
It's not feeding the narrative which they want, but I enjoy it
I
because it's
love it.
authentic and it's real. Yeah, I still can't stand Po. His energy, the way he talks to people at them, it feels like he talks at people. Um, I don't vibe with him at all. And Joy has so much grace, though. She made it. She was able to navigate his waters that I would never want to take a dip in.
Yeah, she's like, it's friend vibes. We talk about music, this, that, either. Like, he's the homie,
Yeah,
it's
because she's a
cool. I'm not
singer.
mad at
Yeah,
that. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. And I think what works in PO's favor is he's 6'4". There is something about those tall men. Like, I don't know how to act. I don't know how to
not me,
act. I don't know
not
how to
me. I'm
act.
not into it. I'm like,
I'm
you're
not,
too
it's not
tall.
me for him, but 6'4". Oh, yes. Well, I'm
No.
5'10". I'm 6'2" with heels. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
do a 6'4". Yeah,
Yes.
6'4". 6'4" me. Oh my God. I go
Uh,
stupid. So he has that working in his favor. Like,
no, I still, even him being tall, there's just as soon as his energy, I would be like, "Skeet." I can't do it.
okay, Naja said Joy is the nasal. I don't know what that means. Nasal, late 40s looking 30-year-old. You think she looks late 40s? How old is Joy? I don't know how old
She,
they
oh,
said she is.
oh, I think we did talk about that. Remember, we talked about that. We
That
said
Joy
that,
looks older?
yeah, because she is like 32 or 33 or something.
No, she can't.
Was
It can't be 32
which
or
one of
33.
them? One of them was like that young.
Tina. Tina is like
Oh, it was
31. And I'm like,
Tina.
girl,
You're an esthetician.
it's none of my business. But yeah, I don't buy
Live
that
your
from
life.
Tina. I don't buy
Live
30. But
your
maybe being a
life.
mother, I don't know. It's just, but I think Joy is like 39, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think she looks late 40s. Like that's almost 50. I just don't even know. But Najee, I know you're like 27, so
Yeah,
I know everybody over
I know we're a
35 looks like a
fossil to you.
dinosaur.
I know that they just dug up the mummy sarcophagus from someone in the 1300s BC, but here I am.
I'm hanging on to my 30s, like, yes, I'm in my 30s.
You got a couple months,
hanging,
homie.
hanging.
By a nail,
Right, a very beautiful one.
a beautiful blue nail.
So yeah, Po and Joy, that was cute. That was fun. She made the best of it.
Was it?
Whatever.
Boo.
I thought it was cute, and the ambiance was much better on that. I was like,
Much
"This is
ambiance.
sexy." Yeah.
That restaurant came through.
Najee
Pull out
says,
last minute.
"Who said pull out? Wait,
Po.
Paul is trash. He dropped Precious when the new girl came in. The only reason he's there because of her. Exactly.
But he's
I
not even
agree.
really there for the right reasons. Just because she's hot and young. There's nothing. He's feeling his his dick getting hard is what he's feeling with her when he's like at the end, there's something I haven't felt in a long time. Yeah, because you've been using
Yeah.
Viagra usually, but this one actually got you up naturally. That was mean. I shouldn't say stuff
Was
like
that a
that.
read?
I shouldn't say stuff like that. I shouldn't. That's mean. I don't know if that's fact or not.
Getting
But
older is a privilege.
it is. I shouldn't have said that. That's mean.
I mean, it's funny. It's fun. We're allowed.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk Laverne and Ace. I want to call her Ava so bad. I really just want her to change her name to Ava. She looks like an Ava. Just be an Ava.
Um. Yeah. Ace and Laverne. Why don't you talk about it first?
So I thought she looked really, really beautiful. I don't really think she's as into him as he is into her, but this is what I get from Laverne. I love the effort he put into the gift. I thought that that was sweet and thoughtful. I'm always going to think it's thoughtful when a man does something like that. Like, bring me a gift on our little. I'm a melt over that. She said he's a good listener, and I agree with that. I feel like with Laverne, he is really sweet at his core. If you really are his girl, you're going to get such a loving and attentive man who's going to try and like show up and be cute. He just seems like a
Excuse
really
me.
great guy for the one he's with.
But
There's still something running underneath that I can't really put my finger on, because he's another one that kind of, making plans with Ace in a particular way, talking about Christmas and this and that. I couldn't find the synergy in their energy genuinely to be having those kinds of discussions. And then for him to turn around and kind of tell the guys in deliberation essentially what they need to be doing. People do not like to be told what to do. Like, let me do my own thing. Like, I
oh,
hear you, but like, damn. Like, so there's
damn.
something.
See, I didn't take it like that at all. And
Mm,
you know what I was gonna say too is that they were acting like girls, and
yeah,
you're a
that
girl,
was.
so you would take it that way. Like
Yeah,
I don't know. Everyone's different. I didn't take it that way at all. I thought everyone overreacted from that. Like the ones that did.
it didn't require a reaction that much.
No,
It
it
didn't
didn't. The
require
ones
all
that
that.
required
Yeah.
us, like, are the ones that we find the most insecure on this show. The ones that were so reactive,
Mm,
and they were all the other ones didn't take it that way.
mm.
And I respected everything he had to say in that. He was saying, if you like somebody, claim it, because you guarantee you everybody is still a little like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to say it. It's very obvious. And he's saying, he's basically saying, you do it, I'm going to do it. Fair game. Let's do this right. That's all I got from it. I wasn't having him feeling like he was telling me to do something by any means.
Well, for me, I feel like there's a lot of stuff that we don't see, and I feel like he's probably somebody who is constantly running his mouth, and we kind of get a little bit of that when we see Sabrina walk out on their date. There's something more to than just what we saw, and for me, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that energy. Well, yeah, you just need to do. I don't. You don't need. I don't like the. Because I can tell he's someone who's constantly. It's something with his energy that's like. Ugh.
It's
He
very,
didn't need to say
very,
that. He didn't
it's
need to
hyper
say it.
masculine
Like,
probably, and that's
do
probably
your
why
own
I like it.
thing. I didn't get hyper masculine from it.
Well, it's like he's like, do da 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 da
My
da.
focus on yourself. He could have just focus on yourself, because Donovan brought up a good point. Like, bro, I just got here. Like, I'm not on your timeline. I'm not doing things your way. I'm gonna do
Yeah,
my
I don't
thing
think
and
he
make
was
my
being
choice.
poignant to anybody though. I was thinking in general, he was saying,
But the
speak it. If you know it, speak it. I think it's a good thing. I'm sorry,
uh,
especially from last season, how people stayed on just to make an extra check. We know that. We know people
right.
stayed on and pretended to have connections. And he's saying, just move, move. And I think the ones that
Then he needs to
reacted,
do that. You don't
but the
need to
ones
tell
that
me to do
reacted are the
that.
ones that aren't willing to move, the ones that we think aren't moving in the right way. Like, it was Demetrius that was all like, why are you so up? Why are you so up? And then Eric,
Oh yeah. Well, the two.
the two drama queens. So like it was like it wasn't that deep. I'm sorry, in my own opinion. I respect what you're saying. I thought it was a way taken out of context, but what do
I
I
think
know?
because there's
I
more
wouldn't have taken
to
it that
it.
way.
Yeah, I think because there's more to it. I don't think it's just, I think whatever he's been doing and saying, and then that was just kind of like, bruh, I don't know. Something about,
But why are you so mad at? I mean, I don't know.
it's nothing to get mad.
They were
But it's
also
just kind of like,
butthurt.
yeah.
Laverne is showing his true colors, Najee says. The date proved that he has no depth or genuine feelings.
I think he's trying.
Yeah, I don't
I
agree
think
with that. I don't agree with that he has no depth or genuine feelings. I think he's trying. Mhm.
I think he is trying, and I think he has a ton of love to offer. Like he's the type of guy that I would want to love. I want him to feel loved. I want him to feel, yeah, safe and loved. I think he's got so much love to give. Once he lands in that, I think he'd just be an amazing man, to be
Yeah, I don't
honest.
know. I think out of in character for all the guys, Clifton is great. Like I could, his energy and what he provides is that would be something I could date. But I feel like Laverne is the one that I would be able to actually connect with. And like, I don't know, but maybe that's me choosing the wrong one. I don't think so.
I don't know.
But
I can't. I don't know if I wouldn't. I don't know if I would date Clifton.
no, but he's a nice guy is what I'm trying. Like, he's a good person is what I mean. Like, he seems
Yes.
the
Okay.
most
Gotcha.
genuine, good-hearted person on
Yeah.
there.
Everybody's
So
comfortable with him.
yeah, like you want that in a relationship is what I
Absolutely.
mean. But and that's why I couldn't really be with him. But someone like Laverne, I like that he's thoughtful. I like that he's intentful. I like that he sticks up for himself.
Hmm.
Um, I like the way he moves. I like that he's
Hmm.
aggressive without being overly aggressive.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm
I like
attracted to.
Laverne. Yeah, I'm
That
not mad at
energy.
it.
But Najee is saying, furthermore, sorry to forget that, Najee, the guys from what I saw
Overreacted.
overreacted. Is it them dragging their feet to get to the end and not find a match, or is it for something else? Is that what I just
Yeah,
said?
there's a lot of under there.
That's what I just said. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you completely.
Yeah, because it didn't warrant like damn near getting in a fight over. But I can. There's just so much.
No, he was calling
There
out the
was a
ones that were
lot.
dragging their feet. He was calling out the ones that were dragging their feet and the ones that are overreacted. Bang, boom, pop.
Yeah, I don't. Ugh, I do not like Demetrius,
Yeah, yeah,
and I
triggering.
don't like Eric.
Oh no, it's triggering.
I'm upset.
Eric reminds me of this guy that I knew growing up who was bisexual, just really not able to accept the fact that he was gay, and like so
Interesting.
like did like I don't know, it was so that energy, it was, you just couldn't rely on it. It was like so wishy-washy, and there's nothing wrong with being bisexual. When I said
Absolutely
bisexual,
not.
I don't think
It's
he
not a
was really
diss.
not Eric, but my friend is really
Okay.
bisexual. You know what I'm trying
He's
to say?
gay. Yeah.
Yeah, so like it's that energy. It's like kind of insecure and kind of like wait, wait, oh, yeah. Like that. I don't know if that was like the right visual for it, but did you feel it? Was that it?
That was absolute perfection.
Okay.
Because that summed up his date with Carmen.
Yeah.
This is why we're friends, because like it gets no better. That's exactly what it was. Like it was that.
Oh. Skip it again. Damn.
I'm not gonna be able to do that.
No, ever. No.
Last but not least, now that we're just getting as cringeworthy as we can get, let's get even more cringy and talk about Precious and Tori, because that was just just throw the whole date away. Like that was so uncomfortable to watch. It was a hot mess.
What the fuck was that shit?
That was a hot mess.
Didn't she look like Aaliyah from Queen of the Dam though?
She
a little
did.
bit.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want people to like go crazy because Aaliyah is like
Let
a
them go
goddess
crazy.
of all queens. But
she
does not, look.
She's not Aaliyah.
Yeah, she's nowhere near. Yeah, but
No.
she does have those Aaliyah-esque features with the. Yeah, she does.
Like with those contacts
with the
in and everything.
Yeah, the no lip.
Sometimes her face was giving me Aaliyah,
Aaliyah.
Queen of the Damned.
Absolutely, I agree.
Now in other circumstances, no,
she's not Aaliyah. It's hard to compare some, but it's not. But yes, you're right.
But
I agree.
You could be like someone looked like Janet at one point, or Whitney. Like they
you're
looked
right.
like that for a second. They could never ever embody or be that.
Correct.
So all you people that are going to try to drag us in the mud, shut up. That's not what we're saying.
Ahead of time, right?
Ahead of time. Shh. Just
I
saying
saw
there was
too.
resemblance in there sometimes,
Yes.
and it was. I don't know if I've ever seen somebody resemble her from that movie ever, and so it was like, oh wow. I'm sure she's probably gone that a lot.
Like her jawline, yeah, exactly.
Something about it, even the way she was like moving. I can't do it, but you know what
Very
I mean.
Aaliyah, Queen of the Damned. Agreed. So many things.
I have really mixed feelings about Precious. I'll let you go first.
I get with the mixed feelings because as a human, just a person, I like. I think she could be cool, but this whole dating thing is extremely awkward for her. Outside of dating, she might be really awesome, but something is not like I don't like how she is like, oh, maybe we could be best friends or sex friends or lovers. But then when Tori starts talking about his penis, now you're like, oh, there's too much. But she was just talking about like, so like, what is it, girl? And then it's like Tori said, oh, so what does it for you, Precious, or what gets you going, or something? And she was like, oh, so you want to know? And then she asked him, so do you want to know anything about me? It's just, she just drives me nuts. Like she's very, God, everything is
Bipolar,
so
schizophrenic,
disconnected.
but
It's
not like, so
disconnected.
don't take that. I mean, you can try to cancel me all you want. Cancel culture, come for me. But it's like bipolar schizophrenia in the sense that it's just one place into another place so off and on and so hot and cold. It's like, I don't know what I'm getting. It's where's it coming from? And like when he went to get something off of her lip and he kissed her and she acted like she wasn't expecting it, but she was like,
what is that?
You went in for a kiss, homie. Why are you acting like that's not what you wanted? But
it's girl, just, I don't.
Women can be, not people in general, but like women can be really delusional sometimes. Men too, but like,
yeah, I get what
she seems like she's a little delusional.
I don't understand.
She's not accepting herself full-heartedly and like what she wants, and is like, it's, oh, you're gonna kiss me. I want the kiss. I didn't want the kiss, girl.
Like,
you don't know what you want or who you are.
Are we sex friends? Are we lovers? Is it just about sex? Because I haven't had sex. And he's like, yeah, well, I got good sex.
Oh, but I don't want that.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
You're bad. You're girl, you was just literally talking about sex.
Oh my God. You're so bad. Don't talk to me like that.
I don't understand.
Like,
wakarimasen.
What's going on? What's going
on?
What is going on?
God,
I still believe Tori when he talks about hitting the kidneys. I still believe it.
Yeah, no, I still believe he's the organ rearranger.
Yeah, like I really fully
I definitely believe that. Yeah, because he's calling out all the like okay, and that's cool, but there's got to be more. But I mean,
it was such a waste. It was such a waste of a day, kind of. But
yeah, exactly. Women just like, I don't know. Chicks is probably looking to test drive too, because you put it out there, you're advertising. Now
they should be.
Want to see what that D's like.
Watch Brazil's Love is Blind, and they are the prime example that Americans are way too fucking prude and uptight about sensuality, sex, all of it.
Well, this is a country that claims to be founded on Christianity, and this is in God we trust.
But the thing is Brazilian. A lot of these people are Catholic, but they're still.
Is it like Christian too?
Yeah, it's very that. Yeah, they all come from the same place. Mm-hmm. But like, it's it was just so like. You got to watch both of them because they're so different on the perspective of what that is, and that
like you said with the crying and the kissing, that's what I was going to say earlier. It's like, this is normal human behavior. It's only us here where we would be like, oh my God, he kissed that man on the neck, it's gay. No, it's like, bruh, like this is love. This is how love and emotions are expressed amongst normal
and only
people.
In America have you been conditioned to only act accordingly. And there's a lot of sheep in this country. They did a really good job.
To be like, oh, is he gay? Why? Because he's crying?
When a country says land of the free, you should never believe that shit. Because if they give that to you, they're just laughing.
Being said.
They're laughing at you like, land of the free. Stupid.
Yeah, like, because they have to say that to get a pass on the non-freedom that is being offered.
That is actually the majority. Najee says Tori was all the way wrong. She asked him personal questions, then he asked for a shot. Plus, he kissed her, then said he sees nothing about her.
I mean, he tried. He said he
she wanted the kiss.
Yeah.
Well, no, at the end he was like, then I didn't feel anything.
But I want Sabrina. Yeah.
And that's how dating is, So you gotta like, there's nothing wrong with kissing someone to see if there's something there or not. Really simple.
Tori doesn't want to know anything about her.
No.
She didn't expect him to.
Would you? Najee, would you? Honestly. Come on, you know. She didn't expect him to go for a kiss and out of the blue, but when he came for it, she got obliged. No, girl, Najee, not you. If you watch it again, if someone's coming to take something off of your lip, you go, "Oh, you let them take it, right?" This is how I would do that. Most people would just like, okay. She did this.
Well, he got up out his seat too. She knew what was going on.
She went, oh. Najee. She wanted the kiss. She knew what was going on.
And even if she didn't, I just don't know if she's in a place to really stand her own ground and like navigate what she wants in a real way.
She may have really not wanted it. Like she may really think she didn't want it.
Right.
And she doesn't realize how she's asking for it. and like, oops.
I'm just so confused. She confuses me a lot. Like I said, outside of dating, I think she's probably a really cool girl, but dating is throwing me for a loop in my brain with her.
I think we'll say this like we usually do. I think everyone on there is fucking courageous and brave to put themselves out there and let us watch the experience that's being had.
Because it's challenging.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. But I don't think I could hang out with her.
No, because you know who she reminds me of, Gus? My sister.
Tawny.
Yes.
Yeah, she does.
I'm not going to be able to do that. I love my sister, but
yeah. ...
There's some other things. ...
Yeah, it does feel like that. And that's why I didn't want to say schizophrenic or bipolar. I'm not misusing that term. I'm just trying to use a term that people can understand what I'm trying to say when it comes from one place to another. It's this, you know?
No, so. Your last clip that I love so much. It's just in the club. It's like being in the club. It's just a mess. Let me bring it to you.
Yeah. Oh, bless
her.
I
mean, but she did say, and I loved it after elimination. I wasn't mad. I mean, she knew when Clifton asked her out, like something got to be wrong. Y'all know Clifton, yeah, you know. But she said she found a way to love herself more, and I think that that's really good. She went away with something, and that's, you know,
will be really helpful. Her love for herself will be really helpful. But when you start to love yourself, and you gotta know what you're doing though. You know, you have to be really aware of how you're moving. You can't just love yourself and then still be like, you kissed me? Like
are we gonna be sex friends? What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, look, I have hope for her. I do. I have hope for her. B, we missed you too.
All of our drama.
Oh God, if you guys only knew, this just goes on every day, all day.
Right, literally.
Yeah, let's go back to the men's lounge a little more, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Because Tommy's right. Like, Eric, you didn't bring food. Like, why'd you bring food with you? Like,
I wouldn't be bad at that.
Like, come on, Eric.
Like, you can't put some little appetizers in a little situation.
You couldn't bring a little situation.
I got the drinks.
You throw down.
Yeah.
Bring it up.
Right.
And I think we already actually talked about everything else.
Well, with Eric, real quick, I did like how he said, I like that he's such a chef and he's using chef lingo. Like, I could eat Dakia over and over. I get that. It's like a meal that you are addicted to, kind of. And then, but he can see Carmen being like a sauce that goes well with his life. Like, I like the correlation to food that he used with these women. It was just kind of so cute and so chef. It's like, okay, I feel that. I get it. Like,
lacked depth for me. Felt surface.
I think he meant it. I think that's the way he talks, but it's his industry. So
yeah, that makes me concerned that you don't know how to live outside of your industry.
Well, I mean, what else is he? If he's not been in a long-term relationship, then what would he really be doing?
I mean, I wouldn't be like, he reminds me of that leading man from that one movie. Like,
this one was just an extra, a day player.
One of them said something like, "Don't bully me into making a choice." No, that
was Donovan.
No one was bullying anybody. I'm not gonna be bullied into making a choice. That's what you think bullying is?
I think there's so much more behind the scenes. Because I just can't imagine all the ruffled feathers along with it. I don't know, something.
We already talked about this. I'm not. I mean, you can. Yeah. I'm talking to myself like I'm checking it off.
Yeah, no, you don't like it. I get it.
No, I'm moving on to the next page on my thing. But
yeah, bullied into
on it, girl.
Choice. I wrote that.
On it.
Demetrius, I think there's something. I wanted to check with you. Wait, why did I write that down?
Well, the way he
Oh,
reacted.
Demetrius. Okay. This is what. Okay. So when Demetrius sat with Joy, this is what Tina was talking about with that. I think you just say things people want to hear.
100%.
Because Demetrius started off the meeting with Joy talking about, I think there's something between us, but I just wanted to check in with you. When,
100%.
where, when, how? We've never seen it.
Manipulator.
Why are you trying to act like this is not the conversation?
And then not hold accountability for being your actions.
You're acting like you're really taking me on a date and you want to see what's up with us just so you can segue into a conversation you're uncomfortable with having, so you can't be straight up front. And you wonder why Tina is giving you the side eye. Get it together.
I will throw him some grace though, because that's great. That could be production making him go on this date to, like go on a date with her, and then him giving the whole illusion. Possibly, I'm gonna throw him a little grace on that one because that doesn't make no kind of sense for him to. Like, we're talking about, and Joy was just honest as
But if she
do you feel anything? Do you feel anything? No, but I think he was just following production's rules on that one. I don't think he's into Joy. He ain't into Joy. He ain't into Joy.
She's
I'm trying
too
to be
real. And if she wasn't,
she's too grown and sexy for him. 100%.
But if it was a different type of woman who didn't have the level of understanding and groundedness Joy has, you don't think that would have thrown her off just a little bit in the beginning? It's like, wait a minute. I didn't like that. It's not.
I hear you.
Front.
Yeah, you're speaking. I know where you're coming from. Yes, I hear you. I would have never been thrown off by that or believed it. But yes, you in your past would have, and that would not have been fair to you for somebody to manipulate you. 100%.
Say what you mean and mean what you say.
Yeah.
Because not everybody is in the same space to be like, do you feel something? Yeah. And I'm speaking for all of us who have been there.
I love when she's like, Joy read the shit out of him. Can you tell me something? Do you like anyone?
Do you really?
Or are you here just to start shit?
There's a lot more going on behind the
Joy
scenes.
called it.
Yes, she did.
Joy called
it.
Yes, she did. And I love that she was like, I'm shot the messenger. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Bang, bang. I love Joy. She is a pleasure to watch on TV. Because it's what we talked about earlier. We want to see real people on TV more that don't have to just move through their trauma and can say, this is what happened, I'm here now because of this, and like really be delicious. There's so many few examples, like Sabrina last season.
Yes, refreshing. It's refreshing.
And there's usually only one of us because, our numbers are small in this world, but that's fine. Thank you for showing us that we exist,
And even on this show, something else that everybody's really afraid to say, I love how she was just like, I'm gonna be straight up, like, at some point I'm gonna wean you off. I'm tired. Like, who's in my top is who in my top is this and that. I'm not gonna say. That's what I'm saying about Demetrius and the pretending. Don't do that.
Here's the thing though, I thought this was ready to love.
That's what I'm saying.
Not ready to like
make it to the end,
date around. And it feels like the fact that production even made her one of the people to possibly be cut off was shit. That was a shit move on their end. That was not fair by any means. So because now you're not really standing by what your product is. The show. She's obviously there for the right reason. She has a connection. Don't for TV purposes then try to be like,
sticking her man with someone else, then trying to annihilate her, then sticking her with
because they have to stay to the end. Why? They clearly know it's each other, especially at this point. Why can't we watch their celebration of love unfold? Why do we have to see this? The tactics involved in production.
It's tactics.
That's stupid.
The tactics. That's what I'm annoyed with. It's the tactics. Yeah. Ooh, tactics. That's the word. And if you want to pull tactics, Demetrius was the right one to send in there.
100%. When they showed those ladies, as soon as the episode wasn't over, I was like, oh shit, what's going to happen? They going to leave us a cliffhanger? What is this cliffhanger going to be?
Daki is upset, and she just has such a sweet face and spirit. What did you do, Eric?
What'd you do, Eric? What'd you do?
Because we see you sitting down with Tommy like Phil had to sit down last season and figure out what he did.
Sure did.
I didn't like any of it.
Mm-mm.
What else was up in there?
Were you a bad boy? What did you do?
I don't know. I don't think Ace is feeling Laverne. She doesn't give me, unless she's just not a very expressive person. She's so chill. Maybe she's
I
not
didn't say this.
expressive.
Thank you for bringing that up, mind reader, because I wanted to bring that up earlier.
Mm.
I know it's on my throne because I'm dumb about everything.
Yeah.
I do. I think she's a little smitten with Laverne.
Okay.
I think when
maybe
Ace,
I can't read her.
I think when Ace actually starts to like someone, she acts like this.
Oh.
You know, she puts on the whole time like I'm Mother Earth. Oh, so sweet. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Oh. Mm. With Laverne, she's like, oh. Yeah. It's different. He's getting her, I think. I think she can't put on with him. Because a lot of the time with her, like I've said from the jump, it's too much. It's not authentic. With him, though, she doesn't carry on with that energy or that vibe.
He's so nice.
And that's why I think it's why he said she is joy, she is love, she is peace. So whatever he said, because she absolutely is. But it's put on so hard around everybody else, but around him, it feels very authentic.
Okay.
Could be wrong. We'll find out.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think they're a good balance.
I think so too. I'm not mad at it.
Their differences are they're good. They would even each other out well.
I was gonna say.
And they both are people that are intentful in growing throughout a lifetime. Not in the books just thinking there's this growth to do, but just naturally in that flow of like growth is going to happen. I'm here for it. I'm going to witness it and I'm going to keep getting better. I don't need to, but I'm going to. And they both carry that in different energies. So I feel like that's the good. They could benefit from each other in that playground. You know, maybe that's why I'm attracted to somebody like Laverne's energy, because I feel like I don't put on like joy, but like innately I am in that space where I would with somebody be like, you know what I mean? Like the broader perspective, the higher thing, you know, and then, you know, I don't know. That's what I gathered from it. But
yeah, I'm not mad at it. Again, Laverne, I do think Laverne is ready to love.
Oh,
and I think he would be
I just don't know if any of those women there are the ones for him, but I doubt that he is. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I think he's really ready to love. And if him and Ace go anywhere, I think she is a good candidate to love him, because whatever other people don't get and are agitated with him about, she gets it.
They see each other.
She receives it. She's not bothered by it. She welcomes it. And she always talks about his plus points. He's a good listener. He's really sweet. And I love that for him. Out of everybody on the show, I want somebody to love him.
For who he is.
Yes. Yeah. Because it's going to change his life. He's so sweet on the inside. Like, he's so gonna be the most loving man.
I think he is that way because he's everything that these people don't want. And reserved. Takes his personal space with integrity.
People don't like that.
People don't like that shit. Someone like Ace, someone like you and me, we're gonna appreciate that shit. Everyone else's insecurities are gonna be set off unconsciously and hate it. So
nailed it. That's what his people is bothered by. Like, because he's not, no, I'm back in the cut. And if you see me, like, oh, I see you over there.
Yeah.
Is it welcome? Are we good?
Why do you think those little crybabies were all like, don't bully me? Oh my God. He wasn't bullying you. He wasn't bullying you.
Yes.
He just totally bullied me. What? What? He was supporting you. He was like, don't be afraid to pick yours. Pick yours. We're all going to start picking. Don't tell me what to do. Okay, Triggerisha.
Yeah, I would be really interested to hear. It's got to be more, because you're right. It definitely didn't warrant all that. There's got to be more. But yeah, you're right. It's because of people's insecurity that they don't like the way he moves, because he doesn't care. Even when Precious was trying to put him on the chopping block, she was like, you do what you want when you want to do it. Like,
wow.
How is that a problem?
Wow.
Like,
wow. How dare I? What kind of person am I?
Like, that's crazy. And you know what? I can trust somebody like that.
100%.
I don't have to get, like, you're being you. Be you. Let
Yes.
me learn who you are. I'm cool with that. The rest,
That's why he
it
likes
hits me
Joy.
funny.
That's why he likes Joy.
Oh yeah, because they do have great chemistry. I understand
Well,
it's not a
it's
Clifton
a
Joy
friendship
thing,
thing.
but
It's a
it's
friendship
still
thing.
nice.
They
Yeah.
are friends. Those I
Mm-hmm.
bet I guarantee you those two people will be friends
Mm-hmm.
for life
They have that.
because
Mm-hmm.
Joy is of that understanding, of that awareness, and moves from that same
Yeah.
space.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Don't be asking me to put on, like, leave me alone. Like you don't
mhm.
like that's
Yeah.
annoying.
I really
Just
hope
like
him
him
and
at the
Ace
pool
work out.
party. Yeah.
I do. I hope they work out.
Right.
I hope
Because
that,
he's
and I think
if it's
I,
meant to
I
be
mean,
for sure.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just gonna call this, and I'm more than happy to be wrong. Okay, but I
Okay.
have a feeling that little clip we saw of Sabrina going off on him is really more about her own shit than his.
Oh yeah. Because it's that more triggering. Now that we're getting to the root of who Laverne is and why
Yep.
everybody's so triggered, he
Yep.
just said something that she can't say. Well, he don't want to
Yes.
appease your
She
pretty
ain't ready to see
ass.
that shit. 100%.
He's
And
not trying to
we'll see.
appease
We'll
you.
see. But we're definitely, I
That's
guess,
the
vibing on that same.
prediction. He don't
Yeah.
he ain't appeasing her pretty ass.
Yeah.
She
And
don't
she can't
like
handle it.
it. I know, girl. I get
Mm.
it.
I used
But
to be that way
no,
too, but
yeah,
no, not
it's just
anymore.
no. It
No.
because again, that's a trustworthy um person, and I'm here for it. I
I'm here for
really,
it.
yeah, yeah. So, well, let's hit this. Najee,
Ooh.
y'all need to review Married at First Sight. It might
Oh,
attract a
yes.
larger audience and increase engagement. Plus, I would love to discuss it with y'all since I'm not in the group chat. Oh yeah, our little private discussions. Yeah,
Najee, first of all, I appreciate you for having that intention for us,
yeah.
right? Like, and with that intention, that means that you enjoy the engagement, and we thoroughly do too. It's been such a pleasure having you here to feed off of and interact with this whole time. You are 27, but you are a wise young
Sent
man,
from heaven.
and it's really really fun. And yeah, maybe that's the one we should do next because I was watching is Blind, and that's too young for you and me.
Mm.
Although we could do Love is Blind Japan together because that might be a
Oh my
little
God,
interesting.
Japan. You
Yeah,
know,
because
that's
you're
my
from, yeah,
little
that's your
my
homie's
little
towns.
stomping grounds.
But yeah, maybe we do need to
We'll
start Love is
see.
Blind.
Because we were
I
looking at
mean,
Put a Ring on
Married at
It
First
because
Sight.
it's really good. But you're right. Like, who knows the audience engagement? I don't know. Because Put a
I
Ring
think
on
our
It is
audience
another
is more,
own situation, but it's really good.
but I
It's
feel like we hit this audience with Own. I feel like he's right. We need to do Married.
switch.
Yeah, like that's a different. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Add some color to the
maybe
catalog.
we should start doing that.
Okay, let's look into Married at First Sight.
We'll chat after we get off here.
Yeah, and figure it out and see what they got going on. But
Once
yeah,
I
this
binge
was
watch my
fun.
Love is Blind Brazil. Oh,
I know. Oh
I'm
Lord.
in love with those men.
Oh my God. I'm gonna have to check it
Oh,
out.
if any
I'm ready
delicious
for it to
Brazilian
punch
men
you in
are
my
like
life.
on this watching that are like from Love is Blind, you want to be my passionate Brazilian lover, hit me up on Instagram. Gustavo Victor Carr. I am single and ready for the real thing.
I'm giving you
Oh.
background music for your commercial.
You Sarah McLaughlin? I'm
Sure,
definitely
that
that
works.
starving kid. Feed me.
All your love, all your passion.
Feed
This
me.
is my friend. He's from the Americas. He's a really great lover. He's amazing and kind. And if any of you Brazilians out there want to just give your love, give your passion from the depths of your heart, contact us. Ay, ay, ay.
Man.
And if you have any homeboys over 6'4",
Or Italians. I'll be in Italy.
just
I'll be in
like,
Italy, May,
oh,
hopefully.
I'm here for the deliciousness.
Anywho, it was so much
I
fun
love
doing
it. This
this.
was great to
It's
catch
not the
up.
same not doing it. I'm so happy
I
we started to
know.
do this.
Yes.
Thank you for the interaction, all you beautiful people. And I'm going to say it one last time.
Yes.
Look, I know we're having a fun time. And if I were on the show, first of all, I wouldn't watch anybody else's shit because I don't want to hear anyone else say, but it'd be too, it's not fun, probably. So once again, just thank you, all of you who are casted on Love is Blind, for doing it because you're
Love
giving
is
us
Blind
something.
or this?
Oh, sorry, that too.
Okay, Ready to Love. Just
Thank you,
wanted to.
all of you people that are doing Ready to Love, for doing it because it's something we thoroughly enjoy. As much shit as we're talking, and like again, this is just our regular conversations, and maybe they should just stay private, but we're having fun doing it like this as well. And yeah, and I hope that you all find love one day. There's from the bottom of my heart. So
Yeah. Thank you. Even I received that.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, today, unfortunately, you guys, we don't have a special segment because I've been busy and couldn't get it together. But tomorrow,
We will.
you know, is the actual new
Oh, shit,
episode. So we'll get
tomorrow,
back in
yeah.
our rhythm. Yeah, tomorrow we're already back in our rhythm. So I don't know. We'll figure that out. It's usually 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm still cool with keeping that. So excited for a new episode tomorrow. Glad we got to talk about this one before that one came out. And
Again, sorry
I'm
for the
ready to see
delay.
what is going on.
Yeah, me too. I'm happy
Everybody's
it's actually
upset.
tomorrow. I don't have to wait so long.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll dive into that. And
Hopefully
then
I'll
we'll
still have my Costa Rican tan.
Yeah, exactly. All
We'll
right,
dive into what? We'll
y'all.
have what? Oh, yeah, we do.
We'll dive
B.
into the streets tomorrow.
Can't wait to see you tomorrow, B.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We love you. Share the show. Make sure to follow, subscribe. Thanks for all the comments. And we'll see you guys
It's the Instagram,
tomorrow.
it's the Twitter. Check us out on the, what is it that I'm on, TikTok.
Oh yeah, got the little TikTok popping. I'm on there, but I just be clowning around. Yeah, I be
TikTok
acting real silly on my TikTok.
It's all the same for me, by the way.
Oh,
Gustavo Victor.
smart.
Well, nobody
You know
in the
what?
world has my name. So.
Well, I had to delete
me.
my Queen Jaimi from Instagram. So it's Queen Jaimi on TikTok and Twitter.
Copy.
But Jaimi Alexander. And nobody has my name either, but they tried it. They just don't spell it the same. I can't.
Right. You Google
it's not even their real name.
Yeah, whatever. Bye.
That's not her real name.
Whatever. Adios.
I'm the original. Check the BC, the birth certificate.
Hello. Hello.
Name jacker. Okay.
All right. Call me now.
All right,
we get off.
Okay. Good night, y'all.
Good night. Mwah. Love, love, love.